We certainly appreciate you all coming this morning. And we have a major milestone of the 15-mile sewer collapse, which, as you recall, this happened essentially on December the 24th, on Christmas Eve, when some folks that lived in some very beautiful homes right here, a couple hundred feet down the way here, they started hearing bricks popping off. They called 911, and actually what was happening is their house was sinking into a sinkhole. And this sinkhole was caused by a major sewer collapse. This is our major interceptor in Macomb County. About 600,000 people flush their toilets through this interceptor each and every day. And here we are, essentially 9 months later. People looked at this sewer collapse and they said, you know, if you had to design and bid and permit and build this project, this is a 3-year project, a 3-year project. We are here today 9 months after this thing first came to our attention. And essentially what we are going to be doing today, we're going to restore the flow through the interceptor. So the interceptor, for all practical purposes, is fixed. In 9 months, it's fixed. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn this pump off, the pump that's been running the bypass. I will turn that off, and then I'm going to ask our crane operator here to lift the bulkhead. So there's been a bulkhead in this sewer interceptor, of course, and as he lifts that bulkhead, that essentially is going to just let it all happen. Let it flow. Let the flow go. And that's what's going to happen here today. So we are very excited and just delighted with how this whole project has gone. And I want everybody that's been involved in it to have a high degree of confidence that the work that has happened out here, they've got a fantastic product at a very good price, under time, and we feel real good about how this whole project has gone. So again, I'm going to turn off the pump, and then we're going to tell the crane operator to lift the bulkhead and let the flow go. All right, let's turn this pump off after all these months. Turning off the pump. Now we're going to tell the crane operator to raise the bulkhead. So now we're standing here at the shaft, and you can hear all the construction equipment in the background. Hopefully you can even hear me. But it's the shaft, as we've said many times, about 320 feet long, about 30 feet wide, and at one point it was about 65 feet deep. And right now it's all being backfilled because the interceptor is fixed. The interceptor is completely fixed and done. Now we have to do the restoration work. So we're filling in the shaft, and if it was 65 feet deep, right now they've filled in about 30 feet today. By the end of this week, they will have filled in essentially right to the top of this, what we call the pre-cut. Then they have to put in the old sanitary sewer that was here for the neighborhoods. They have to do the storm drain, hook up the utilities, the various things which they will do in this area. And then of course they have to fill all of this in. And then after that, we will begin the reconstruction of 15 Mile Road. So as we speak, demobilization has begun. What that means is the bypass pump, those pumps are going to start coming out today, this week. The pipe will start to be taken apart and stored somewhere. And it's very interesting to watch how quickly they're able to fill in this shaft. They're doing about 6 or 7 foot a day. And great sand, good sand. And then what they do is they have little marks inside the shaft here which shows them how far they can fill before they start running the compactors over it. So they dose it all out real smooth, and then they compact it to within 95% of its compaction ability, so that after this is all done, we don't have any slippage, I guess you could call it, sinkage. in this area. So it really is been engineered so incredibly well. Very, very interesting. And I'm standing with Lou Urban, who's been the lead engineer on this whole issue. And I'm going to ask him to take the microphone and tell you a little bit from his perspective.
Well, I just wanted to say that the project's a success because essentially we have strong leadership from top to bottom here. Mark Hackle and Candace Miller showed strong leadership in engaging this project. Evans Bantios and Vince Astorino were instrumental in making this a success on the owner's side. We have a complete cohesive unit out here, from the engineering groups from AEW to ASI to FK Engineering to NTH and SDA, along working cohesively with the contractors. It started off with Rickman doing the emergency portion of the work, into a recovery shaft contract with Dan's Excavating, moved to a lining project with JD Contractors, and it has been a success simply because we have been a cohesive unit from start to finish. If you start to think about where we were and where we are now, it's pretty amazing. Going from a collapse situation on Christmas Eve day to having flow restored here on the 26th of September. That's a monumental feat, and I'm proud to be working alongside all of these hardworking men and women from this community. And it is again a great success, and look forward to finishing strong, getting this pavement restoration portion of the project done by Christmas. And I want to thank Candace again for all her support in this project.
Thanks, Lou. One thing he said is the team, and I just want to stress that. I think everything good in life comes when people can work together as a team, because no one can do it alone. And that really has been a critical element out here, is a fantastic spirit of team, get it done attitude, and that's exactly what has happened here. So go team. It's been a great project.